What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Dead by Daylight. It's time for some storytelling because we got the chapter 3 and chapter 4 done. So let's hop right into that. Time for some nice storytelling. We'll go on with this
Claudette
one.
Claudette's mother is happy because her grades are improving. A single teacher can make a difference, can make all the difference, especially this teacher. Mrs. Cahill. Other kids call her strange and weird, but Mrs. Cahill isn't weird. She just gets it. She understands because she had a tough time learning when she was a student. This is why she makes an extra effort to help Claudette, to help her understand what she is explaining in class without alienating her.
Oh. Interesting.
Claudette is happy because her new teacher is helping her, really helping her. She's learning new things every day. More than facts and vocabulary, she's learning how to learn. Or rather, she's learning how she learns, and that is the key. But her teacher is doing something else. Her teacher is talking to her. She's talking to her about her issue, and how her issue is really a blessing in disguise if she can just learn how to succeed in a system that favors one type of smart at the expense of all the others. A system that frowns on taking chances or making mistakes, when making mistakes and taking chances is what is needed for learning, for true learning. Her teacher tells her that she has passion, and passion is everything.
Interesting.
Claudette knows she's not like other kids, and she doesn't have to be. Things like bell curves and ideal student don't apply to her, and that's okay. The ideal mold is a prison for those wired differently, and her teacher has set her free. Her grades are getting better, and a test is coming. She writes, visualizes, and imagines everything she needs to remember, and somehow this works. The right teacher at the right time can make all the difference. Her parents are proud, very proud, but still her mother wishes she had friends. Still her mother wishes she liked what other girls liked. Her parents argue in another room about what to get for her birthday. Her mother wants to buy a new doll. Her father thinks she'd like something more related to bugs, plants, and bacteria. The suggestion upsets her mother. Her father defends her. See her for who she is, and not who you want her to be. Her mother goes silent. She suddenly releases a cry and says she doesn't want her to be bullied like she was bullied throughout school. Claudette's eyes go wide. For the first time in her life, she realizes her mother's wired differently too.
Interesting. Also, sorry about that little notification. Turn it off real quick.
Claudette will be 8 years old tomorrow. She should be eager. She should be excited. She should be counting the hours, minutes, seconds. Instead, she is none of these. She dreads the moment she will have to open her gift. Every year it's the same. Dolls, crafts, jewelry. Nothing that means anything to her. Maybe this year she'll smile and pretend she didn't want a magnifying glass, or a collection of stones, or a set of books on botany. Maybe, to make things easier, she'll pretend. Maybe that'll make her mother less scared for her. Seeing her happy about her grades felt good. Real good.
Okay. On to the storytelling, or the little thing they have. What is she getting? She got a little, whatchamacallit, little telescope or whatever you look at for small things. Okay. Kind of cool.
Evan sketches his father in a bear suit drowning his mother. He never believed his father's story. Something didn't feel right. His eyes, his grin, his lack of empathy. She was pulled into a current and never seen again. His mother. She was beautiful. Blonde hair, blue eyes, fun, full of compassion. His opposite. She didn't just go out to swim one morning and never come back. She was getting in his way, and no one gets in his way. Not even family. Especially not family. Obedience or death. Evan's tired of obedience. Yes, he's loyal to his father, but he's also loyal to his friends. They talk to him, encourage him, think he's a great artist. He has friends. He's never really had a friend. His father wouldn't allow it. Waste of time. They're using you. Yes, he's loyal to his father, but he's also loyal to his friends. They deserve better.
Let's see what's going to happen. Maybe he's going to kill him. Who knows?
Evan's father stares at him across the dinner table. He knows. Maybe he doesn't know, but he senses something's amiss. He has that look in his eye, that look that tells Evan he's in for it. He chews on a fatty piece of rabbit and hopes his father doesn't say anything. He should have known better than to keep something from him. His father knows. He always knows. Last year, Evan lost his cool on a man who said something about his mother. He almost beat the man to death with a 2x4 while his father watched and laughed. The authorities pulled Evan away. He smiled at Evan and knew what he wouldn't admit to himself. He enjoyed beating on that man, not because of the insult, not because he felt threatened, but because he felt powerful. His father smiled. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, eh?
Okay.
Evan finds his sketches torn to bits. He puts the pieces together, all of them accounted for, except one. He doesn't have the picture of his drowning mother. His father enters his room. Despair and dread overwhelm him. He waits for a blow that never comes. Instead, his father tells him he has instinct, and instinct is everything. He tells him he inherited his instinct from his side of the family, the same instinct that told him Evan was keeping something from him. Don't pretend. I know. A few of your maggot friends sold you out for a few dollars. Evan starts but doesn't say anything. Can't say anything. The words are caught in his throat. He apologizes. His father says nothing, walks away. Evan follows him to his bedroom where he sees the picture of his dying mother, framed above the bed. His father tells Evan he will learn a lesson tomorrow, one he hopes he understands. Evan stares at his father and feels hate. Hate for the maggots who betrayed him, and for his father, respect. No, not respect. Admiration.
Interesting. My dog in the background, sleeping and snoring over there. Anyways, on to the little clip they have. Okay. That was a little bit weird.
Arcus 1. Arcus, 142. The entity is the cosmic embodiment of evil. Back home, we witnessed how its very presence turns worlds inside out. How it seems to remove or extinguish any sense of empathy or compassion within communities. How it brings people to the brink of madness and, well, pushes them in. Now I understand. It does all this in order to rip victims from their lives and have them play out an endless trial of terror that it presumably needs for its own survival. And there, perhaps, lies the key to its destruction, if an ancient can be destroyed at all. End the trials. Destroy its ability to sap dark nectar from victims like a cruel parasite feeding from a flower. At least the Archives affords me a better understanding of the entity, why it moves from universe to universe, picking victims off and devouring worlds as though at a cosmic buffet. What I have yet to conclude is whether it is attracted to worlds that are brimming with darkness and madness, or if it is in fact the catalyst of such darkness and madness.
Goddamn. On to the next one.
Arcus, 557. All planes of existence are a unique mix of conscious auric particles and material particles. The entity is almost certainly pure consciousness. The observable fact of existence is the material world responds to and changes with consciousness. Collective consciousness is the key. The body, the home, the trial, all of it is an expression of the entity's unconscious need for fear and terror. The distinct observation in the specimens chosen by the entity is that they all come from worlds that have failed to understand the metaphysical relationship between their thoughts and the world they live in. This is not by chance. It is, to my mind, self-preservation. Victims who know this truth and have honed their ability to manifest could be poisonous to the entity. This leads me to believe the entity is attracted to dark worlds, because darkness and chaos are clear indicators that inhabitants have failed to connect the dots between the collective consciousness and the health of their world. The conclusion, then, might be that the entity feeds off ignorance.
Ignorance? Well, there's a lot of survivor mates that are very ignorant. So maybe they're feeding off of them.
Arcus, 731. Hard to tell when one day ends and another begins. The tower and the library help me cope, but it's hard to forget the truth of my situation, even for a moment, knowing everything I have is a lie. I have access to anything I want, and yet I have nothing. The survivors continue to undergo the trials of the most brutal of killers. I continue to search the fog for the memories of those who found a way to escape. It sometimes feels like a futile search. But then again, I've got time on my hands. Lots of time.
Jesus. Stuck in there for eternity? Yeah. That's a lot of books.
Arcus, 1513. I have used the Oris to explore the memories of an unknown survivor who comes from a world where, from what I can gather, a cult for the entity exists.
A cult?
It's not a surprise, or the first time I've seen such a thing. But the memories suggest she was a detective of sorts, trying to prevent a cult sacrifice before she was snatched for the trials. I'm not sure what happened to her, and we'll have to explore the fog to unravel more.
So there's a cult in one of these dimensions and stuff. Kind of weird.
Arcus, 1672. I have culled imprints of a killer I have yet to observe. My best guess, judging by the nature of the crimes, is this brute is from Terra Dark. She lured men with love, robbed them of their savings, and fed them to her pigs. Lovely, efficient, and resourceful. The impressions of the memory are as follows. He stands framed in the doorway with flowers, a stupid smile on his dumb face. He has no sense that his days are numbered. Lonely soul made the trip for a wife. He thinks he'll get everything for a ring, her land, her farm, her savings. Won't happen. Won't go as planned. Not as he planned anyway. It didn't for all the other lonely souls who answered her classified ad. She peers at his eyes and thrills at his ignorance. His long, dumb face, his false sense of superiority. He wrote her a poem. How sweet. She'll cram it down his throat when he's convulsing on the floor. She takes his poem and asks about his money. He has it with him, packed his savings in a bag, and made the journey for a new start. He'll get more than he bargained for, way more, to the bank with his money, to the pigs with him.
Yikes. Very, very yikes.
Arcus, 4902. Life is not life in this prison, and death is not an escape. It is merely the start of a new trial, and most survivors are aware they are caught in something they will never understand. Why this is all happening is no longer obvious to me. The truth is, I don't know what to believe anymore. The entity is not what it is, or what I thought it was.
Okay. That was... So we know what it is, but not what it is? That's kind of mysterious. But anyways, guys, if y'all did enjoy this video of Dead by Daylight Archive Hunter storytelling, let me know by leaving a like and leaving a comment. If new, please do subscribe because it helps me out quite a bit. Also, turn on notifications so you never miss out on a video. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye, everyone.